So it was a good meeting today with Minister Carr and people from the industry representing the pork and the beef sector. We wanted to share the information, both sides, the information we can gather. And obviously our objective, our first priority is to reopen the market for our Canadian meat to China.
Où est-ce qu'on en est au niveau de l'enquête en ce moment?
Alors, ben, je n'ai pas beaucoup à dire au niveau de l'enquête. Évidemment, l'Agence canadienne d'inspection des aliments travaille sur le dossier, a partagé toute l'information avec nos autorités policières, mais je trouve que c'est toujours important de faire la distinction entre les efforts qu'on fait pour resserrer notre système d'exportation des viandes en Chine, parce que c'est là où il y a eu une faiblesse, et c'est là où on a le devoir de rassurer nos partenaires chinois pour que le marché soit réouvert. Oui, il y a aussi une enquête qui est en cours, de manière à savoir d'où provient la viande qui a été identifiée avec la ractopamine. On ne sait pas d'où cette viande vient et savoir qui est derrière cette affaire aussi. Donc, on voit ça comme deux dossiers qui se traitent en parallèle.
What kind of compensations would you be giving to meat producers who are impacted by this event?
It's too early to talk about compensation. We are still at the early stage of this issue. Our first priority is to reopen the market. We have daily conversation with the Chinese authorities, which give me hope that we could find a solution. The objective is really to reassure our trading partner that there will be no more inauthentic certificate in circulation. They can be reassured in our export system, and I want to put the emphasis on the fact that it's only the export system for meat to China that has been impacted. So we have to reassure our Chinese partner for them to reopen the market.
Est-ce qu'il y a un échéancier qui est quand même en place?
Je vais redire la même chose en français. Alors, notre objectif premier, c'est vraiment de renforcer le système d'exportation des viandes du Canada vers la Chine, parce que c'est là où il y a eu une brèche, et c'est à travers ce système que des certificats qui ne sont pas authentiques ont été mis en circulation. Alors, notre objectif premier, c'est de rassurer notre partenaire chinois avec des mesures additionnelles pour ce système d'exportation-là, de manière à ce qu'il réouvre le marché des viandes.
Est-ce qu'il y a un échéancier qui est envisagé et discuté avec les autorités chinoises pour la réouverture de la viande canadienne?
Il n'y a pas un échéancier en termes de date. L'important, c'est qu'il y a vraiment des conversations qui ont lieu tous les jours. Nous avons proposé un plan avec des mesures additionnelles pour le système d'exportation, de faire en sorte de le resserrer, de leur redonner confiance pour qu'ils réouvrent le marché dans les plus brefs délais. Alors, dans la mesure où ces discussions-là progressent, ce qui est le cas en ce moment, il n'y a pas un échéancier avec une date précise.
You say it's too early to talk about compensation, but how long do you think that this could continue?
The shorter the better. We are really working hard to reassure our Chinese partner for them to reopen the market. And we are asking our partners, our stakeholders from the industry to keep us well informed of the impact they might feel in the field.
I'm curious as well about a tweet from Marie-Claude that was getting some criticism, talking about another business's relationship with China at this time. Is that an appropriate type of thing to do at this moment in time when there are people here worried about the Chinese market and the impact on that?
Business continues in China. We're going through a difficult period, and we're working very hard to solve the issues that are in front of us. But meanwhile, there's lots of commerce going on. And I think what was remarkable in this meeting, as we listened to the impact of the situation for those on the ground, those producers who are anxious and who are looking for answers, those answers are coming as fast as we can determine them, working with the industry itself. And the fact that we are working so well with producers and so well with their associations is a signal that we understand in Canada that we're going to solve this issue together. We're working together 24/7 to do it. Meanwhile, in the larger world of trade and the larger world of economics, there is a lot of business that continues to go on. Our objective here is to work with the producers, to work with our provincial counterparts, to work across government to get to the bottom of this issue that's creating anxiety with our producers. And I'm confident that these kinds of issues will best be resolved by the kind of cooperation we saw in that room today.
Has there been any consideration to suspend ministerial visits to China while the two Michaels are in jail?
Well, we're waiting to be invited to China and to be offered ministerial visas so that we can send delegations to China to talk about a whole variety of issues. So I think maybe that's the more important question.
Ministers, a Chinese official has called Canada naive to look toward the Americans to help us find a way out of our current difficulties, as you called them, with China. Is Canada naive?
We have countless conversations with our allies. And wherever I travel in the world, I talk to Canada's allies about this difficult moment we're having with China. And we talk about those Canadians who have been detained. We talk about allegations that our canola somehow contains impurities. And our allies are agreeing with us. And in their own way and within their own comfort zones, there are many messages that are being sent to Chinese officials. Among those in the world who believe in a rules-based international trading order, who believe in the rule of law, who believe that it's very important that when you have a problem with a trading partner, you sit down with that partner and talk through the issues until you come up with a resolution. So it's not at all unusual that Canada should rely on its vast number of allies to be in common cause on this issue.
But they are saying that mustering the support of allies will do nothing here, that Canada knows how to solve this. Do you know how to
Well, I mean,
how good will solve this?
who are they to say that there's no value in Canada talking to its allies about issues that we have abroad in a multilateral system? That's how we do diplomacy. And we're doing it now, and we're doing it with frequency and intensity that I'm sure most Canadians would think is the right thing to do.